What's up, Swing Trader Snacks here. We're going to jump in and do our watch list for September 4th. Real quick, we'll start with the look under the hood. And, look, if you want to know what I think about where we may go in these markets, then check out my breadth video. I just did the September one. It's on the channel, and I do believe I uploaded it to X as well. But we were looking for a reaction off of the gap down, which we got on Tuesday, and then we remounted the 9, closed above it yesterday, and we're pushing again higher today. I believe there's a couple eco events today that might make things shaky, but if they come out strong, I think we rip. So, look, another time where the dip got bought. We are in a strong, sustained bull market, guys. It's inarguable, right? And a lot of times when you see these possible topping patterns get invalidated, it can mark the beginning of sustained runs, guys. So look, we are remaining positive until shown differently. If you don't know, I trade the leaders in a trend backed by fundamentals, and I have a 3-day to 3-month time frame on most of my positioning, right? So look, we're not trying to call tops. We are reading the room, and the room that we're in now says buy stocks. Okay, buy the dip, more specifically, right? So, I trade options for leverage, and I like to trade continuation patterns, and that's what we're going to take a look at here. My bread and butter, triple R setups, and we've got a strong trending stock, right? And we look for a retracement reaction at or around our levels and a remount of the short term. The short term I use is the 9 EMA, and we're getting this again here on hood. We're getting a retracement reaction at or around our level. A remount of the 9 here would be attractive, and we've got a triple R setup here, and also a gap down reversal play right at the 9 here, triggering possibly on SE as we open today. So I do like that. And we've got shop here, and same thing, we've got a retracement reaction at or around our level, remount. SOFI looks attractive for triple R to me as well, possibly back over the 9. We had an inside day yesterday. I think clearing yesterday's high would be my trigger here if I took SOFI. Palantir, it's holding up, so I think it has an opportunity to get squeezy regardless. We've got a strong trending stock, backed by fundamentals, backed by growing fundamentals. We're a little detached from reality yet here on Palantir, some would say, right? But look, at the end of the day, this thing has a history of squeezing, and we are getting a retracement reaction at around our level. Over the 9 looks attractive to me for Palantir. Uber looks good. This is basing just under all-time highs, back over the 9, maybe even more specifically, yesterday's high would be a trigger for me here, and you've got all-time highs just above. I think this could get moving, Uber. Spot looks great for triple R, right? Back over the 50 is what we would be using. Maybe same deal on this one through yesterday's high, clearing. And again, guys, we want to see a continuation out of the market. I did add one position. I'll look at that real fast before we go. I added Dash yesterday, right? It's got a great history for us on triple Rs, and it was doing it yesterday. I added around this level here, right? I'm sorry, it was actually this pullback that I added. I believe I bought this candle specifically here. So pulled back a little bit on us, but decent close for the day, right? And we're looking for a bit of a continuation out of Dash. My point is that I'm still relatively light. I believe I'm at 40% exposure. Would it still be 35? I'm certainly not at max exposure, and that is because I'm still looking for additional confirmation. I mean, look, honestly, guys, we got it, right? With that close above the 9 yesterday, it seems to be that we're getting back on trend. Let's get through today. Maybe let's close the week and see the strength of the week. Let's check out that weekly candle and, see how we feel moving into next week. Maybe we move into a risk profile A, where I would then be open to adding more full-size positions. What I took yesterday on Dash was, it might have been a quarter. No, it was a half-size position on Dash that I took yesterday. But look, guys, we got a lot setting up. We'll just finish the watch list here. CEG looks, it's got some work to do. Let me zoom out here to the daily chart. But this has got some work to do. But over the 50, if CEG can push up that direction, then I do like it. We've got pay. Let's check out a monthly chart, guys. Look at this. This is why I like pay. Okay. And we'll go back to the daily here, and we're sort of going sideways just under the breakout level. I like it, right? And we did get a retracement under our short term and look to be like we're going to remount it today. I do like this, and I think the risk reward here is unique, where typically I go for a minimum of 2-to-1 on my triple Rs. Really on any of my setups are minimum 2-to-1. Some, like the peg play, is 3-to-1, and my narrative plays, God, I've got one on right now that's 19-to-1, and I'm over halfway there. So anyways, what I see to be unique here, this is not a short. what I see to be unique here on pay is that I think we can, obviously, we would want our stop just below this recent swing low. But look, if we break out of this, I mean, we've got November earnings has to be a factor. The only way that I would possibly hold into that is if we had enough of a buffer. Even still, guys, I mean, you can see this thing's ability to really move quickly. I think my point here is minimum 3 to 1. I mean, I would maybe be looking at 4 to 5 to 1. On this breakout here. You've got to be right less than 20% of the time here for to be profitable when you do spot these sort of setup. I think breaking out of this cup and handle here is going to be a strong move for pay. That's the point. And we've got a few more here. OUST is a leader, and we're interested in getting into it. All right, we get a reaction on our level. Over the 9, OUST looks good to me. AMD also looks very good to me. You know, really, I would say pick your semiconductor. If we can get some steam back into semiconductors, let's take a look at the ETF here. If we can get this ETF over the 50, surely back over the 9 on the semiconductor ETF would be a good sign. And you know, I think that really, like I said, you could sort of pick your poison here. AMSC might be my favorite, you know, American Semiconductor. I think this one back over the 9 is very attractive, but we need to see strength in that sector first, right? I'm not sure I would say that it was lagging, but it is still putting in what looks to possibly be a topping pattern. I wouldn't go on and say that I expect that to play out, right? I think we've got a chance to get back on trend here in semiconductors, which would open a lot of opportunities into the stocks that make it up. So guys, look, we're looking good. We're looking strong. All right, we talked about in the breadth video what we were looking for out of this week, and so far we are getting it, right? We're getting a lot of buyers stepping in, yet again, stepping in on the dip, right, and pushing us what looks to be possibly higher. We've got a little bit of ways yet until we make new highs, but you know, it's something that it could happen today, tomorrow, right? Look at all this volume coming back in, buy side. Guys, we're strong, okay? At the end of the day, we need to be, if you're with me looking at a 3-day to 3-month timeline, we are very bullish, and we need to be looking for opportunities to the long side, and we've got a good list of them here today. We can't predict the future, but what we do know is that leaders will lead, and that's what we focus here on our list. And guys, if you want to learn my models that have got me up over 170% on the year, on track to do well over 200, so triple their portfolio this year. I'm running a live 60-day boot camp. I encourage you to join the next one. We are live now. I will keep the price the same as current until it ends, and then I am doubling it. So guys, I encourage you to check that out. Go ahead and pay, check in with me, let me know you're on board for the next one, and your spot will be secured at the current price. So guys, if you need somebody to teach you a model that actually works, I've got 6 of them that hit all over 50%, most over 70%, and as I mentioned earlier, it is at minimum a 2 to 1. So guys, we're making money, okay? And I would love to help you, right? And not just how to make money, but how to keep it and compound it with proper risk management. We spend quite a bit of time on building out your risk profile, and it is something that I'm going to have you build, submit to me, and we will check in on as we build our edge. All right, guys, so risk profile B, that's where we're at. Look, let's, if we get another continuation day, I think I want to see the week close, right? I want to see the week close, and if we get a strong close this week, I think we're rolling into a risk profile A next week, as long as the market environment stays stable. Again, we can't predict the future, but we do know that leaders will lead. All right, guys, see you soon.